seed in Europe, second best team, sorry, in Europe.
Yeah.
He's the one who's now got to step up and bring in another team and say, yo, like, we need to sort this out.
Definitely.
And how does he do that with a team that's not his team is my question.
It's going to be hard. I think that, you know, the Frenchies need to regroup. They need to have a little word with themselves. That is going to be, as you say, a devastating loss on that first map. I mean, you know, going 3-0 up straight away, you expected the worst. You expected the worst for Horizon. We were looking at a 7-1, 7-2 victory there for the Frenchies at one point, but Horizon to come back in, you know, it is really going to be hard for them to kind of focus up and regain momentum. But, you know, I think in this Reclaim map, they can do that. You know we're talking about it. There's going to be some real key fights in that B area. So I think this is going to, this map, the victors, is going to be based on who's winning that fight. So, yeah, I think but I do think they could do it. I think that they can come back here, the Frenchies.
Okay, so we do see it on screen. We see the maps. So we have got Reclaim coming up next.
Yes.
We both predicted a 2-1.
We did indeed.
Are you sticking with your guns there,
well,
or are
listen,
you seeing Horizon carry on?
I'm not going to say anything, but I did say Horizon.
You said 2-1 as well.
Just saying, you know. But no, I did say 2-1, yeah. But, you know, based off that map, if KD comes into Reclaimed catching fire like he did in that first map, then geez Louise.
We might not see Dam today.
We might not see Dam today.
Yeah.
Today, we might not see Dam in this series.
In this series, right?
We'll probably see Dam today. But, yeah, we might not see Dam in this series. And, yeah, if as I say, if KD's going to come in doing what he was doing there in that foundation map, then I think this is going to be Horizon 2-0.
Yeah, definitely so. Yeah, for me, it's a case of, we see KD on that front spawn. And with Reclaim, we know front spawn is such an important place because the first entire half of the map is going to be KD running into that bowl against whoever Frenchie's put in front of him. And we're not sure who's first spawn just yet because we're seeing some changes in how they're setting up for the start of this map.
Yep.
But it looks like Galmez at the moment. Okay. It looks like Galmez at the moment. So it'll be KD against Galmez going head to head in that bowl. And that's going to be a feisty matchup because, if KD's on fire again, that's pretty much an instant B-Hill win every round for his team. Yeah,
we looked at like certain scenarios in that first map and it literally looked like he couldn't die. There was sometimes he was coming up against, a 1v1 in ridiculous situations as well. I think we look at the Fountain fight, for example. He was in the corner against two people and they just couldn't hit him. It's almost like his movement was so good and his shots were so accurate that he was coming out favourite in every single scenario you were looking at. So he does that. But
I'm going to cut you off because I think the key thing to say there is we saw that fight, right? We saw him at the Fountains and we saw him at the back of the Fountains. But but the Frenchies were then coming in Gib range and giving them the opportunity.
It's very true.
That's where they need to look at what their game plan is there and say, yo, we're in a 3v1. Why are we giving this guy the opportunity to clutch on us time and time again?
True.
If they can shut that out, KD can't go off. Maybe Horizon don't get that momentum, and maybe it's an easier game for Horizon for Frenchies in general.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think that they need to. Yeah, that's exactly what I think they need to do to kind of regain the momentum. Is stop, like you say, giving KD the opportunity to get those 2v1s, 1v1s, and getting into Gib range, and actually, start playing the team focus game a little bit more, the team fire game a little bit more. Which, like you say, you look at that team; they are very, very experienced. I'm sure they can do that very, very easily. So yeah, I agree with you in that sense that although KD was going off, they were giving him a lot of opportunities to do so. So
well, that's it, right? Yeah. And we can't forget the Quint. Right, Quint. It was the one, might be the only one we see this tournament.
Honestly, that was quite magical. I mean, I know I couldn't speak, and I was meant to say monstrous, by the way. I apologise for that, and it came out completely wrong. I will read a dictionary after this tournament, I promise. But no, honestly, that was it. That was incredible. There, K Empathy. I've always known that I've played with him before myself as well as a player. He has the potential to do that. He has the capabilities to do that, and we just saw it there. We saw it there. That Quint was just. I'm still breathless.
I know.
I'm still a little bit shaken up after watching that.
That's going to be one of the highlight reels already, right?
That's definitely 100%.
Already.
That's on the highlight reel. That's a top 5 play from EGL London, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, credit to him. I think that's what really got his team going, right?
Yeah, 100%. I thought as soon as that happened, we just saw it kind of slowly turn. The momentum definitely it jumped onto the bus of Horizon Union.
it kicked in the overdrive. It was like, okay, yeah, we've got the momentum, but now that just was stepped it up another level. And after that, every single member of Horizon, they were not scared of any fight. They were confident in their pushes.
100%.
They were brazen in what they were doing as well. And they were going for things you wouldn't normally go for, especially on main stage on LAN.
Yeah.
A lot of teams come in and they play a lot more reserved because, you know, firstly, they don't want to look a fool while they're on stream. And secondly, it's quite a nerve-wracking, you know, environment. It's a difficult environment for teams to come into, especially if you've not got a lot of time up there on the main stage.
Yeah.
Both these teams have been up there before, don't get me wrong. Both, you know, they're accustomed to the limelight. But it's something to take into account that Empathy and Co. are coming out flying, and it's their first game. And they're on main stage. They're against a strong team, and you know, where do they go from here? If they could close out this map, they've got every shot of that top 4.
Do you know what? I so agree with you, Fruz. I so agree with you. I think that if they continue to do what they've just done in that first map, then this is looking like a very good tournament for them. But we're going to get into the action. We are ready to go into the second map, Reclaimed. Let us know what you're feeling in the chat. Let us know. We're going in. Horizon versus the Frenchies. What do you think here, Fruz, this first B fight? What do you reckon?
I don't know. I'm just interested to see who they're matching up at the front. It looks like actually Empathy's going to first spawn up there. We are going to see a fight go down. Let's see what's going on in this bowl. Doesn't seem to be too much so far. Empathy does take out Kenny as the first kill. And it looks like Mixum and Co. are just going to back out. Dynam is flanked, actually, as Breaker's going to come back around behind him.
Yeah, and Mixum, Notorious taking down Reacts and Mixum. That cannot happen. Mixum was literally in the back of Notorious. He needs to hit those shots. And now, again, Horizon have taken both A and B, and they have got the position now. Let's see, you know, in that first map, we saw some pretty strong holds from Horizon. Let's see if it translates into this map as well, because if it does, they keep on doing that. This is going to be a pretty quick map, pretty quick win.
Yeah, that's it. We see Kenny just pre-aiming the spot. He knows where he needs to fire. We are going to see a retake attempt. Come on in. Let's jump on Empathy for the defense. I think they've spotted that they're at a disadvantage. Going to back out. Dynam gets a lovely little wrap shot there, and he's going to look for his second. Does get the shot off. Doesn't get close enough for the Gib, though. Going to do damage. Notorious going to drop in. Going to pick up one. Going to look for his second as Reacts and him fight around the sausages. It's a 1v2. The down comes in. Are we going to see a kill? Yes, we are. And now it's going to be up to Horizon to close this out as they look to control that. Tries for the manhole kick. Reacts. Has none of that, but does get taken out by Breaker in the end.
Good hold there from Horizon on that situation. You know, the Frenchies did do a good job to break a little bit of a crack in the armor of Horizon Union, but they did a good job to get it back and regain or retain, sorry, A and B. And now we're going to see again the Frenchies are going to try and go up in that to that B hill and try and make this a little bit scrappy. Let's see if BKR and Empathy could do anything. But we see the flank there coming in from. No flank. Sorry, apologies. That was a Locust, and Mike does take down one. So that's one off Horizon, and now we see a fight here from Notorious and Dynam.
That's it. There's the flank.
BKR.
Breaker comes behind. Yeah. But Mixum and Co. are going to win this. Frenchies taking control of the B hill. They're 50 points behind, though. They are going to need a decap on this A hill at the very minimum. We see them setting up for that just now. They are going to have a 5v5 in front of them, and this is kind of like the last stand, the Spartan stand in the A hill.
It is indeed. Is it a little bit too late here from the Frenchies? A little bit too late. They need to do something quickly. They need to make a push. Horizon are just doing a good job in getting into positions that can make this a strong hold. And now Gomez has just rolled in, and
that's going to be 2 as he comes through the smoke.
That's a great hold there from Horizon, and they're going to take this 1-0. Great hold. Again, as I said, you know, I've been saying it all series so far. Horizon are looking very strong in their holds, looking very, very strong in their holds, and that was just a great example there of what I'm saying. And Horizon, they're looking good. They are looking good. And very, very surprised in this scenario. They're looking very, very good against this team. And you know, I say they're looking good. I'm not surprised because I called it. You know what I mean? I called it. Horizon going to do this, and let's see what the Frenchies are going to put down. They need to put down something, but no, nothing too brash, nothing too crazy. Just a hammer burst on each one of the home hills. And again, the Frenchies need to win this up top fight because Horizon, in my opinion, looking at that first round, won it all a little bit too easy. In my opinion, Fruz, all a little bit too easy. Yeah, I think you're right. It was another close round. Like the points were close. But yeah, you're right. Horizon had a lot of map control over the course of that round. It was a difficult round for them, but it's a new round now. Let's jump on board with Kenny. He's the first one in, so it's going to be Kenny against Empathy for that first fight. Mixum blowing back Notorious as he tries to push a 1v3. Very difficult fight for him. B Hill, there is actually a fight going on behind Kenny as he's lansering away. Takes a step back, gets the kill there. Is anyone going to cap that B Hill? Time will tell it. Yep, there we go. And now Frenchies there on the assault.
Justice on his own as well as he tries to defend this. Gets a big shot off actually for the start. Dynam down to 12% health. He's going to start to regain as they get pushed back into the workshop area. Going to be difficult defense this, but looks like Frenchies are okay. Just they're essentially horseshoeing around this home hill, and
they don't need to do anything too brash in those situations. Katie again taking down Dynam. Great shot.
Dynam getting a bit too close there. I think they had the map control.
I don't think they needed to do anything too brash there, and I think the Frenchies have done this well in rotating back to B. But you know, this is very early in the round. There's no one's too up on points, but Notorious does take Gomez down, and Empathy does take down Kenny, and Horizon might break this setup here for the Frenchies. Ooh. But Mikeson there held his shot very well, and now we see 2v1. He needs to do something. Is he going to back away? But he's just continuously getting shot. And Horizon now are doing a domination. Mikeson does go down as well. That's 1 second. Again, 2-0. What happened there? The Frenchies, they can't let that happen. They definitely can't let that happen. That's ridiculous. And the Frenchies almost had all the position in the world. They were on the assault on the home hill. And the next second, they're getting trip cap. And it's game over, 2-0.
That's a case of Dynam overextending there.
I do think so.
He had no reason whatsoever to be in the construction area. We see on the map top right, he pushed up into the construction area as 2 members of Horizon were coming off spawn. You know, he had a meat shield. He had little health behind the meat shield, but I don't know. I'm not sure why he pushed up that far. The whole point of that setup there was to hold the 2 cap. And by offering Horizon that channel through the mid route there, he just opened up the entire map for Horizon to capitalize on. And boy, oh boy, did they do that. The domination coming in swift.
It definitely looks like Horizon are more practiced on this map than the Frenchies at the moment, 100%.
Yeah, that's true. We are seeing KD actually throw the smoke in, so he's going to drop back second, just pick up the first kill. He's going to look for Mixum. They're very close at this point in time. We are going to slide around the edge. There's 2, there's 3, KD. Looking for 4. This is going to be a big fight. He gets 4. That's the quadruple kill. Demonic, what a way to start this tournament off.
Someone needs to check what's in his water bottle, Fruz, because he is not missing. The accuracy from the lad is unbelievable. And again, Horizon are on the assault to take this home hill, and I think they're going to do it. That's 3-0, and look, the momentum is shifting in Horizon's manner, and oh my, are they holding this very well.
Demonic is a god. Demonic is a god right now. He's off his seat. He's giving everyone jip at the other team.
I honestly think this is one of the best starts for this team that honestly I envisaged possible. KD is having a fantastic series so far, and again, look, it's almost like no one can hit him. It's almost like he's floating in between shots, floating in between cogs.
His spacing is perfect though. This is what he's doing.
Killing everything.
He's spacing his fights perfectly at the moment. He's not showing himself until he needs to be seen. And then he's just getting in there, he's getting the work done. You know, he's not missing those upfront shots. We see in a lot of players sometimes just going boop, and missing that first shot. He's hitting every single one. And it's just leading to, you know, double, triple, quadruple kill over and over again. That said, boom shot down, I think it is. We're going to see a big fight in barn. That's it. Empathy's already got the boom shot though before we can even kick off the fight.
There's going to be a massive scrap
This is a brawl. This is a brawl. Dynam picking up 2, the boom shot as a reward for Mixum. Looks around, he is clear. 4 members dead from Horizon. This may actually go in the favor of Frenchies. 5 dead now.
Yeah, I think this is going to be Frenchies' round, and it looks like Horizon didn't really have a specific strat there. It was kind of run in and die. There was no real kind of strategy in that position, and Frenchies take that pretty easily.
They got the first pickup right for the boom shot. What they didn't have is someone there to revive the guy with the boom shot to get him out. The smokes were there. No one could get the revive, and Frenchies, all credit to them, they managed to get that clean up on the boom shot very quickly. So you know the boom shot laid in rest, and at that point when you're scrambling, you had a good idea of what you want to do. They had to try and improvise, and Frenchies had that on lockdown.
Great.
That said,
great play there from the Frenchies.
So see what we got placed. Hammer bursts. Hammer burst down at C and A. So
I feel like if the Frenchies had won that, if Horizon had won that round, it could have been very dangerous games here for the Frenchies. But let's see. We're stepping on board with Empathy. We saw him get the quadruple in the last map. Let's see what he could do in this position. He is just sitting up on this top bar, but he is going to get in. He's going to get scrappy. He misses that guy there coming through, and Devious Kenny takes down 2 much, and the Dynam have gone down. And now we're seeing Empathy doesn't know what he's going to do in terms of sports debate. Reacts, recalls, he repays the favor, but Notorious does take him down, and he does pick up the boom shot. And now Horizon are looking at a very good position with this boom shot. All they need to do is just play it safe, play it cool, get position.
That's it, and Justice just get taken down. So not as safe as they would like, I don't think.
No,
but
I don't think so.
Boom shot advantage. It's not going to be too big of a difference. They just need to use it to capture one of these hills back, right? I mean, we do see Frenchies with 2 caps, which not the ideal situation right now. With the boom shot on 1 cap, you can kind of just focus your efforts. Now they've got to decide, do we go B or do we go C? It looks like they're waiting for teammates. They're just trying to get a little bit of map position inch by inch, and it looks like they're going to go for a B retake.
Well, they've got the boom shot to do that, and I think this is, yeah, like you say, it's going to slow down a little bit. Horizon don't need to do anything too crazy here. The points aren't very, very relevant at the moment, but they are, like as you just said, I think they're going to go for this B retake, and there, BKR, great shot there on Kenny. He does take down 1, and that boom shot a little bit wayward there, didn't really hit anyone, and it's just allowed Gomez to take down BKR on the barbecue, and Justice does repay the favour, reacts, doesn't get empathy down, and now Gomez is hunting for BKR. He's in a very bad spot, but Gomez goes down, and it's just back and forth in this B hill retake. But as I say that, Horizon have got the home hill set up, which is very, very good, which is a very good rotation from them.
Yep, that's it. The 1v1 fight was won by Horizon as that huge brawl just dropped down in the ball. Frenchie did very, very well actually to keep that hold, but Kenny going to be fighting for boom shot control now. Gets a nice little 1-bomb there. Getting Lanced in the back though. He's going to go down.
No.
Well played by Horizon. Yeah, unfortunate for him, but Justice knew he had backup, so just played his life, played his distances, and baited Kenny in there.
Again, it's Devious KD with the backup there for Justice. That's a great play there by Horizon. They're really playing as a team at the minute, and as I say, that does take down 1. Is he going to take the 3? He does take that 2, but he does take it up by Justice in his track. So well played there from Horizon again. But as I'm saying that, though, the Frenchies are up by 20 points, so they do need to do something here. Horizon to maybe cap and rotate into B. This is going to be Justice's 1v. He misses the 2nd shot, he misses the 3rd, and he takes down 1. Notorious with a questionable decision there to fire that boom off. But it did work out for him as BKR does take Mikes him down, and I think Notorious is just going to hold this because they are in a good position. They will overtake on points if they do keep this set up.
That's it. We see Notorious now. He's playing this really well. He knows he can sit and just play his life. Whoa, see you later, KD. He knows he can sit and just play his life down at that hill because no one can decap that. Gomez with a nice little double. No one can decap that until that boom shot has used. We are going to see a pause come out. Let's just recap on what's happening now. So the points are pretty even. We'll see Horizon. They're on their double cap setup. Can you yeah, and then from that we're seeing the boom shot just holding. And just securing that home hill, right?
Sure.
And that's a very, very difficult situation to be in for Frenchies because you're coming off spawn into the most powerful weapon on the game. Like that's what you're faced with. That's what you've got to come off. You've got to break through that. So someone's just got to kind of take that bullet, right? They're just like, right, we've got to run at him, force him to use that, and then we can then think about the retake. Because if they sit like this for any longer, points are going to come up. It's going to be too big of a deficit for them to really come back on.
Sure.
The B hill, Frenchies are doing really well to hold that. It's got to be said.
Well, I mean, the first round, Horizon completely just... well, I believe actually the first 2 rounds, Horizon just completely demolished everyone in their path when it came to that B hill fight, and that's such a key fight in Reclaimed. But yeah, I think that Horizon have looked the stronger rotating team at the moment. But the Frenchies are showing a little bit of life. I think, let's see, for example, I mean, we had a break on the first map, and now we're going to have another break in between this map as well. Let's see if it works the other way.
Exactly.
Let's see if the Frenchies come out the other way and do exactly what Horizon did to the Frenchies when they were, 3-0 up, 2-0 up. So, but no, I mean, yeah, at the moment, I think that, Horizon are just looking like the better team from a team, working together as a team, from that perspective. So, the Frenchies, they do need to do something here. They do need to they need a key. I think they need a key moment to really kind of build their momentum up again.
Yeah, you're right. This might be that key moment, right? We did see it for Horizon in the previous game. They came back off the break and they came in flying. Maybe we'll see that again. Maybe we'll see Dynam, gathering his team and say, yo, like we're close. Like let's go again. But we can speculate, I guess, all we want, right? It's the actual gameplay that really matters, and gameplay-wise, Horizon, they're at the top right now. They are exceeding my expectations. Obviously not yours, because
no, not at all. I'm not surprised at all, Fruz. Not surprised. Knew this was going to happen.
To be fair, they are a fantastic team. I'll give them that. They are playing superb Gears of War. Frenchies, they're giving it their best. It's got to be said. It's not like the Frenchies are slacking by any means, but Horizon are they're stepping it up to the next level.
Sure.
Really, really well played by them so far.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting. I know we've kind of mentioned it before. I think you mentioned it after the first map. Can they go top 4? If they play like that, they can. But obviously, this French squad, they're by no means the most, I guess, the most practiced team here. What can Horizon translate this Gears of War into to someone who is very practiced and is very, very good at rotations and will hold their lancers, not give them the opportunity to take those 1Vs, 2Vs like they're giving, like the Frenchies are giving KD at the moment. So, but
I have a point on that regard. Just to
you
cut you
go
off.
For it, Fruz. Give me a point.
I'm going to raise something to the stream right now. This we said is SY reserves essentially.
Okay.
Right. If Horizon win this, they go up against Fable Sentinel, who is old SY. Like that is. The old Supremacy team we saw in Sheffield. So they've essentially got, step 1, beat the reserve team, get a little promotion and go up and play the real boys. Well, I mean, and that's what's waiting for them next. Like, if they win this map, which, if we predict it looks like they're going to win it. If they win this, they come up against the Fable Sentinel next, which is a super strong team, second seed in the tournament. How do they then match up there? Like, if they take out Frenchies here and then they take out Frenchies next, the rest of the bracket is going to be pretty simple for them up until that winners bracket final.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love this Horizon squad, but I don't think they're going to take the likes of Supremacy out. I really don't think that's going to happen. I'd love to see it happen. I think it'd be the upset of the tournament, and from a viewer's perspective, we all love to see an upset. But I think they are looking very, very good to beat the SY reserves. Essentially, let's call them the SY reserves.
We call them Frenchies. That's their team name,
to beat Frenchies, but. If they go up against Supremacy, I can't see them, doing that, doing exactly what they're doing here to the Frenchies, to SY, or Fable Sentinel.
No, it's a different beast, isn't it?
It's a different beast altogether.
They're stepping up another level.
This is the beast's baby. And Fable Sentinel are the beast,
they're going to enrage
the daddy beast, essentially. No, I mean, they're looking very, very strong, though. Let's talk about this game. This is not over yet. It's only 3-1 on Reclaimed. It's definitely not over.
We're not even at the halfway point.
We're not even at the halfway point here. So, Horizon, they've still got a lot of work to do on this map. And, I just hope they can, keep each other high, keep each other shooting straight, shooting accurately. And if they can, it's going to be a good game.
So on that point,
who's
the guy to keep that? For Horizon, who's the guy to really be behind them and keep that morale going, especially over this long break? Like who's going to be there beginning like, yo, keep this up. This is doing well.
I think if you look at that team, I think the leader of that team is probably Breaker, so BKR. I think that any team he's been in, he's always been the leader. He's always been the shot caller. But then having said that, I have seen this team play before at LAN events, and Danny Notorious, he's the hype man, right? He is also someone who has a massive effect on a team when they're mid-game, mid-round. He is also someone who does shout a lot of stuff out and does call a lot of rotations.
He can get very noisy.
Yeah, exactly.
Very rowdy.
I think BKR probably is the leader. However, I think Notorious does back him up in that regard. So I think it's probably them two that are trying to keep this team fresh, trying to keep this team going whilst this this break happens.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, on that note, we've seen Danny play before.
We have seen Danny play
Notorious
before.
for the street. And
Notorious gal.
He is a player, much like KD, much like Cougar's last game, who can just go off completely. We've seen him actually over. It was one of the pro circuit events I think he visited, and he was just crushing everyone in his path. And we've not seen that yet. No. Like he's kind of taken a back seat to KD this game so far, and I'm kind of waiting for that Danny to come out of his shell a little bit.
If that happens as well, then
if they've got two Slayers firing on both those cylinders, like who stops them then? Like.
No one. That's the thing. No one, Alex.
No one will. Maybe Cougars if they finally match up.
Well, that's why. But obviously,
they are two fantastic Slayers, though, right?
Yeah. Brilliant.
It's a scary thought going forward. It really is.
I think, like you're right. I think that if Notorious does come out here and he shows shows what he's capable of, just like KD is doing at the moment, Horizon definitely win this game, 100%. But I think that. you know, essentially let's see what happens, because obviously this is a break. This is, you know, this is quite a long break as well. So let's see if they can keep it going. Let's see if they can keep it doing.
That's true. And on that note, I think we are going to jump to a little break while we get the game back underway. So please stay tuned. We will be back very, very shortly as soon as this game is, you know, back to where it's supposed to be. Thank you very much for tuning in, and yeah, we'll catch you very shortly. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for staying with us during that short break. We are seeing the points tick down in Horizon's favor. To recap, the double kill was in their favor, the boom shot on the back of Notorious. And looks like it's just going to tick down until the end of this round.
And look, see, Horizon coming straight back out after the long break, you know, 4-1. We did say it, we thought it was going to sway in the favor of the Frenchies, and it's not. Horizon just...
It was only 16 points from the end, Elliot.
Business
Bring
as
it back
usual
down to earth.
for Horizon.
Let's see how this next round goes
My
on.
prediction coming to fruition. Let's go.
Who invited you? No, you're right. Horizon are going to go 4-1, it seems. React's back in the game now. Boom shot is still on the board in the workshop. We are going to see frag grenades go down at mana, though, this time. So a little bit more explosive power on both ends of the map.
Well, I know we didn't see it there in that last round, but obviously Horizon did win that, and obviously it would be interesting to know if they won that, you know, this initial fight on this boom. I think it's kind of coming down, especially with these respawn timers going a little bit longer as well. But Kempathy does take down Kenny, and now we are seeing a little bit of a scrap. Devious takes down Dynam, Breaker takes down Bikesum, and now we're seeing three dead, sorry, for the Frenchies, and they pick up that boom as well, Horizon, and now we're seeing a push onto the home hill. KD taking down React as well, and look, again, Horizon did a great job here to win that initial. And all they need to do here is go in there with a boom, and it's exactly what Notorious is going to do. He's going to move into this B hill with this boom, and Gomez, I don't know whether he knows he's got the boom because he's trying to fly him, and there he gets down taken by KD. That's a great rotation there from KD.
He was just baiting it out, right? He was saying, "Oh, look at me, I'm the boom shot," and then 2 members of Horizon appeared behind him. That was all she wrote. He was, he was taken out very swiftly. We do see a point lead for Frenchies. It's not a big one by any means. He'll count in Horizon's favor though, so that will tick back very, very shortly. What I'm interested in now is to see what happens with this boom shot.
I think that if they could use this, if they can capitalize on having this boom shot and use it well, then I think Horizon here have a really good opportunity to win, to go up 5-1. And just as I say that, Breaker takes down Gomez with a headshot. I think that maybe it may have been with the Markser, and we missed that, unfortunately, Alex. But Breaker's getting the crossfire there from the Frenchies is fantastic to try and get Breaker down, and I think they just do that. No, I think he gets up with his life.
He's still up. Let's
he is
jump
still
on
up.
board with him.
Kenny takes down his own mate. That's not what you want there in that situation. And now we're seeing 1 dead from the Frenchies, and they're not looking like they're doing anything here. Horizon are just happy to keep these 2 hills and not do anything too drastic. Oh, Breaker again there with the Markser headshot. He's fantastic with this weapon. KD taking down Dynam, and they're going to put pressure on the home hill with the Frenchies. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, they still have the boomer, and as I say that,
the long-range boom comes out.
Notorious tries the long-range boomer, and look, we are seeing a domination reacts. It's all up to him to make sure it doesn't happen. We see 3 of the Horizon players, they take down Reacts, they take down Kenny, and they take down that round. Well played there from Horizon. Yeah,
that was really well played. Great play by Notorious just to save that boom shot. Let his players fight the 1v1. He had trust in his teammates. And then, you know, after all of that, even if they had died, he still had the boom shot, you know, raring to go, ready in his pocket. So, well played by Notorious, well played by Horizon. 5-1 now. It seems like Frenchies are choking here. There's nothing really more to it.
I'm going to ask the question here, Fruz. What do the Frenchies need to do? What needs to happen now?
They need to bring back what their aim is, because whatever they're doing now is not working. I don't even know if they really have an aim. They seem to be just trying to match Horizon in whatever area they're fighting in. There's no real proactive play. Secondly, they need to stop choking. They're killing their own teammates. They're making movement mistakes. They're just not playing on form right now. Mixem does open up the round though. This is really well for him.
And again, Kenny with a team kill.
Exactly what I've just called out. This is pure choke.
Maybe he's got his trigger finger a little bit too anxious at the moment, because he seems to be taking out everyone, including his own teammates, and this is
he's trying to make amends. Big fight. He is trying to make amends. I'll give him credit. He has got 2 kills and a team kill, so he's +1 at the moment. Now he's +2 because he got another kill. So managed to get the hill for his team. Got another 2 members in front of him. Perhaps not the smartest of pushes there. But yeah, that's the choke that I was talking about. That's just the the mental fortitude to know where your teammates are, not shoot them out of pure panic, and just keep yourself composed. That's what Horizon are doing super, super well, and it's what Frenchies just were not doing essentially the last few rounds.
Yeah, like you say, Alex, I think they may be at this point, just due to the nature of this, how this series is going at the moment. Maybe the Frenchies are just panicking a little bit and are becoming a little bit uncomposed. But as I say that, they do hold this E-Hill very well and they regain position. But as I'm just speaking, Horizon are making a very bold rotation here. Notorious taking down Kenny very, very comfortably. And they're gonna have a 2v2 on their hands. Breaker with some fantastic movement, elegant like a fish, but he gets taken down there by Gomez. Unfortunate for him. Now we see the Frenchies have now got the two cap, and I think this is very, very back and forth, and I think we normally, from a caster's perspective, we expect this in these short respawn times, just kills going in the favor of each team every 2 seconds. It's just back and forth.
Oh, it is. By the time the next fight's finished, everyone else is back up with respawn, right?
That's it, yeah,
you are constantly fighting on pretty much all 3 fronts, because if you win the E fight, you know, those players that you've just killed respawn to fight you on their home. So there's always another fight happening. It's one of the good things about splitting the halves. It's it does keep it definitely different across the length of the game. But we are going to see a couple of kills coming from Horizon though. They're just going to hold this real strong. Kenny's looking for his 2nd kill. Does get 1. Does pick up 2 now. Kenny on the rampage. He's looking for his 3rd. Playing his life really well.
Making amends here, Fruz. Making amends for the earlier team kills.
We asked for someone to step up. Is it going to be Kenny? He's looking for the kill. Does get the melee. The elbow comes through, and he does get the E-Hill just in time as well. D-Hill has been decapped as well. Maybe Frenchies will take a round here.
Yeah, I mean, that can't happen there from Breaker. He
fight.
needs to hit that shot. You know, Kenny was so weak. All it took was a little pistol bullet to the toenail for him to go down, but he's just missed every single bullet. But now,
Big
as I say, yeah, exactly. Here we go. The Frenchies are looking a little bit stronger. Alex there in the position of the coach. Get the cap, he's shouting here at the Frenchies. He's trying to give him a little bit of momentum here from the casting desk.
Oh, boy.
He does just that.
We
Frenchies
saw it last event too many times. People just not getting the cap and it costing them rounds and maps.
I think
like, Dynam had done all the work. You just need to get the cap at the end of it. And he did in the end. You know, he did get the cap in, and we've seen a round locked in for Frenchies there. Now it's on Horizon. How do they respond? It looks like we're going for Marksers, this time at the lower spawn, though. So both teams going to get the Marksers as they go towards this workshop fight. Going to be an interesting fight for sure. Marksers adding a little bit of definition to the fight, isn't it? It definitely splits the role of support and essentially Hammerhead as you go into this fight. Looks like Breaker is going to pick up that weapon. Reacts on the other team. We're flying in as Kenny opens up. Kenny has been playing a lot better these last couple of rounds, actually. We called him out earlier. Since then, he's been doing really well. And Mixum and React slaying as well as 3-4 for Horizon now. Frenchies on the assault as they come forward. Justice going to be the next victim, it seems, as two members are going to push him on well. He does get the first kill, does fall.
Well, that's a big trade there from Justice, but the Frenchies looking like they have a little bit of life in them, showing a little bit more here, which is good to see. We wanted a game, and that's exactly what the Frenchies are bringing us. But now let's see if they can capitalize on this home hill. KD says, no way, Jose. He holds the defense, but he gets taken down. Empathy there, trying to hold the bait. But now as he's doing that, Frenchies are going back into the home hill. They need to defend here, and if they can, then they have the opportunity. The points aren't too relevant at the moment.
Frenchies are gonna pull out now. Reacts to try and kill Notorious.
Oh, there, no, that can't happen from Notorious.
And we're just gonna pan around and slow things down as we follow Horizon down into the E-Hill. Gomez running as fast as he can. Let's jump down here, see what Justice is doing. He's trying to get the decap. He's going to go down.
Can I just ask something here, Fruz, while we're mid-scrap
Kenny
here?
got another team kill again.
Another team kill. Kenny, please. Stop killing your teammates, sir. And as I say that, they take down 2 as well. So that's a bad position again. But look, can I just say, like, you know, the Frenchies almost, they're showing a little bit of life, but, you know, as soon as they show a little bit of life, something like Kenny killing a teammate comes back again to hit them, to haunt them.
It just kills the momentum every single time.
I feel like they're battling themselves. They're not just fighting Horizon Union at the moment, but the Frenchies look like they're battling themselves, which is not a good position to be in, but they are up on points. They are up on points. So Horizon, they look like they're going to make a push here into that E-Hill. They do have the decap, so if they do regain this two-cap hold, then they will overtake the Frenchies on points. So let's see if the Frenchies can do something about this. Yeah,
we're on board. We're seeing some nice fights going up at the bowl here, but there's nothing really to gain up there. So both teams going to rotate around. We're going to see it on the overhead map. See the hill is going to be the E-Hill. That's going to be the next fight, and we're about to get going as Empathy pushes through. Breaker picks up 1, and Empathy's going to look for a second. Oh. Big smoke coming in, but Dynam popped around the corner. Hello, Notorious taking out Dynam as well. Everyone just trading back and back.
I think you said it as well, Fruz, that if Notorious starts showing up, then it could be game over for the Frenchies, and he's looking like he is starting to taste the action a little bit more here.
This is it. Points are really close, though. This E-Hill could swing it if Frenchies can get in here, but I think the hold is strong from Horizon.
Very strong from Horizon. I'm really liking this setup, and the Frenchies need a break. He needs to do something, but he gets taken down, and that looks like that's going to be a Horizon Union round, and I think I am right. I am indeed, Fruz.
You are indeed 6-2 now. What a fantastic showing.
I sounded like a bingo caster then when I said that. Number 33. I don't know what happened, but no, great round there from Horizon Union. 6-2.
Let's have a look at the scoreboard, right? Let's just have a quick... We've not looked at this much. 21 kills from KD again. He's leading the way once again.
He is indeed.
He's showing up. 6-2 though. This time Horizon just seemed to have it on lockdown.
Definitely, 100%. And KD is definitely the MVP for me in this series. I mean, you know, whether or not this goes to a game 3, I honestly think KD has been the difference maker between these two teams so far, and it's brilliant to see because he is such a player with great capability, and he's really showing up in this series. I love it.
Yeah,
absolutely
definitely
love it.
Well, we're on board with KD as we move into this potential final round for this series. He's going to play the support role as he's fighting around this barn area, just skirting the exterior as Kenny picks up 1. He is going to get taken out though. KD looking for his next victim.
Oh,
I think he's
no.
found it, Dynam.
And that's it.
Five.
That's it. That's 5. And the Horizon Union now are going to rotate, and they are taking the trip cat domination. And ladies and gentlemen, Horizon Union are your victors in this series. And what a showing from them. What a showing. Blind me. That was unbelievable.
An unbelievable series from these two. Horizon Union taking it 2-0 in a bit of an upset, if anything. You know, I mean, we talked about it before we went live with the game, of course, and I mean, just some standout performances, slaying performances from a couple of the players there, and a bit of good trash talk in the mix there as well.
For sure.
You know, thoughts around the series, guys?
I think I need to apologize to Horizon. I mean, I knew they were good, but not that good. They looked really, really positive. They came out flying. That was a strong French roster they've just dispatched. And yeah, going forward, they've got a very, very tough game. But if they carry on playing like that, every chance.
I'm going to say it. You want to call me Mystic Meg, Chris? You can, because that's going to be my new name.
Well, right, okay, well, we'll let that, we're going to let the, what did you say? What was it?
I said Horizon were going to win it, and that's exactly what happened, ladies.
Me and Toby were just losing our minds over there when you said that. But either way, no, you were right. You were very right. You did say Horizon, but at the same time, a surprising result coming out. Yeah. Do you think it was maybe just Horizon playing a lot better than we expected, rather than Frenchies not performing up to par?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I think, as I said, I think I said it just before that. You know, just before that ended, but KD was the difference maker there. Yeah. I think the plays that he was making in that matchup were really spurring them on, and you know, every teammate was looking at KD going, "This guy's going off! Holy moly! We need to step up our games and match him." And that's exactly what they did. And look, they're victors now. Yeah,
and for me, you just seen the momentum shift, didn't you? Was it 3 rounds off the bounce for the Frenchies in the first map, and it was just looking like me and Frew were sitting there laughing about our predictions, and then suddenly Horizon Union answered back with 5 of their own, end up taking that map 7-4, the second map 7-2. In the end, it was comfortable.
It was very comfortable, way more comfortable than it should be, I think. You called out Demonic. Breaker, though, was the support player that was making all that happen. He was sat at the back with the marks hitting every single shot. And he had something like, I think, 15, 16 downs by the end of it. And, you know, he had a lot of kills to boot as well. He wasn't up there with Caleb, but, you know, he was really helping and yeah, just helping his team make those clutch 2v1s, 3v1s all the time. So props to him. Props to Caleb as well. I think the whole Horizon team was playing very, very well.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, I think just it was an overall great showing. Like you say, it was comfortable. Horizon didn't, you know, I'm sure they really sweated that series out, but it almost seemed from our perspective that it didn't even look hard. You know, the Frenchies, Kenny killing 3 times his own teammate. I mean, I said it mid, you know, I said it mid round that it almost looked like the Frenchies were not only playing Horizon Union, but playing themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was they were their own worst enemy there. Their own worst enemy. It looked bad. They're going to need to recuperate and do something special to get back into the game.
From here, we're going to have a quick look at the bracket. Where do you see Horizon going? I mean, realistically, they've got a tough game next against Fable Sentinel, obviously former Supremacy team. That's a tough matchup for them, of course. But another French team, maybe it's just the Frenchies that do well against them. But either way, we will find out very, very soon. Of course, looking at the other quarterfinals, it is going to be Fable against Lucent, Prismatic against Cyclone, and Bittersweet against Regal Reserve. I do believe we have Fable Lucent after this.
Ooh,
so that'll be a decent enough series. But moving back to this one, yeah, where do we expect Horizon to go from here? Into the losers bracket?
Yeah, well, don't speak too soon, okay? Because you know, my Mystic Meg capabilities isn't telling me anything at the moment, Chris.
Nothing's coming through.
Nothing's coming through the brain heat waves. But I think that to be honest with you, I think that it's going to be a very hard matchup for them to do anything against Fable Sentinel, to be honest. I think that Fable Sentinel, they're the second best team in Europe, and that's, you know, obviously for a reason. They're a very, very good team. And Horizon, you know, it's going to take something very magical for them to beat Fable Sentinel. So I do see them losing that matchup, to be honest with you, and going into the losers bracket. But I feel like the losers bracket is almost their playing ground. I feel like, you know, there's no end game there. I think they can go as high as they can in the losers bracket. Definitely.
So you would put their limits outside of the top 2, you would say?
Outside the top 2, definitely.
Same for you, Fru?
Yeah. I've bought a ticket, but I'm not on the hype train just yet. Yeah. Supremacy, they're a bloody good team, right? They're super, super strong. Fable Sentinel, actually, we're calling them this time around. I cannot see Horizon beating them. I'm sorry, but
No.
they are second seed for a very good reason. They ended up second place in Sheffield -1, and this time round, I don't see Supremacy ending up outside top 3, and I don't see them going into the losers bracket just yet. So yeah, Horizon dropping down, performing like that, they may join Lucent in that top 4 to 6 bracket, but yeah, time will tell, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we will see throughout the rest of the weekend how Horizon do, but a good victory for them against Frenchies. They're going to take that series 2-0. We're going to go to a very, very short break, and then we'll have Fable against Lucent after that.